All right, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are all having a great day. So, I will give you a quick little recap of what we did yesterday. If you guys can see the screen, make sure everything looks good. Welcome everybody who's in the stream, though. Pretty much, we've made this Miro. So in this Miro, we kind of made a game plan for what we wanted to do for our game. So we did the kind of like what the name could be, kind of the steps of what we're going to take, think of some logic. We made in BandLab, we're going to start using What Up Dragon? Welcome to the stream. I did add some things to the stream, so you'll notice it looks like I might have to fix something here, but maybe I'll save that for the next one. But right now, just going over a quick overview of what we did. But music and sound, we're going to use BandLab, and maybe I'll make my own recording for the sound effects. And this is kind of just some random stuff that we did. Maybe I'll just delete that. Well, let's jump on to our game here. And let me know if there's anything wrong with the stream. Hopefully everything looks good. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So this is what we got so far. We made some prototype coins. And then we also have, in our game view, different sections. So we have like the coins. And we also have the section where we're going to put our upgrades here in the middle. Making game in 2 weeks. Yeah, pretty much. It's going to be probably a simple game, not GTA 7. And then on the right, we started trying to make this button so that whenever we flip the coins, it's going to flip these coins. That way we can kind of just start working with the logic a little bit. So I think let's go back to Miro and let's think of a game plan here of what we want to do. Today, let's definitely shoot for getting, that's some small text. Let's change that to 110 maybe. Maybe make it bold as well. Make sure everybody can see it. Okay, nice. Let me change the thickness of it. All right, so we have today, what I really want to try and accomplish here is get the flip coins button working. And if we can get that, that'd be huge. It'd be also nice if we can start in our game, the money counter. If we can get the money counter working so that you actually know how much money you have. I think those would be two really good goals. And if we can get those, that'd be huge for progress. So I'm going to jump back into Unity here. And let's jump into this script of kind of where we left off. Because right now, if we hit play and we hit the flip coins, it doesn't quite do what we want it to. So what it'll be about, it's going to be a flip coin game. So basically a coin idle game. And you're going to start from pennies. Eventually you'll unlock nickels, you'll go to dimes and then quarters. And then over time, you're going to get upgrades to get more money every time it lands on heads. And yeah, it'll be kind of like a coin idle game. Should be fun. Small and basic. Just to kind of start learning game development, hopefully pretty quick. So now I'm going to hit the flip coins. We know that this isn't working. I guess I could make a debug.console in the script. And so that's what we got here, this flip coin script. So I'm going to open that up. That's probably going to open up here on the right side. So let's jump over there. Let me turn off the suggestions. Okay. All right. There we go. Let's move my camera so I know it looks like I'm looking the other way. Can I make... it's probably going to mess everything up if I do that. So I probably won't. But I'll just put my camera here, even though I'm looking the wrong way. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Dragon. Hopefully it's a lot of fun. Fun part is just trying to make a game. And it starts simple, and then eventually you're going to start making more complex things, right? So this is the script that we got so far. We got to figure out what the issue is of why it's not working every time we flip the coin. So now what I want to do is just make a debug.log. Debug.log, and we'll make some parentheses, and we'll say flip coin pressed. How about that? Also, you'll notice, hey, Pedro, welcome. Not sure why it says it twice. You've been awarded. So I'll have to look into that. Hey, Pedro, welcome to the stream. You also notice that this little command you should be able to run, if you start with an exclamation point and do NSL underscore power, hopefully it works. When I do it, I guess it goes 3 times, but what basically is happening here is when you're watching the stream, you'll get some points every single minute while you're in the stream. And you'll notice, are you using AI? No, so that's going to be part of the rules. There's some limitations here. Let me jump over into OBS. It kind of disappeared for me. So right screen, Miro stream. Now it's completely dark. Okay, now the Miro stream. One of the rules here is no AI doing the work. I can use AI to do research, but I can't just exactly use AI to make the whole game, because otherwise, I mean, not really going to learn so much for the challenge, right? So, and there's also no cheating or copying tutorials, no third-party assets, and this is the goal. Streaming every day. I just realized I don't have the day 2 of 14 on the vertical stream, so I'll fix that next time, but streaming every day to showcase the work for the world. So nice, you guys are using the commands. So your first comment, you're going to get your first comment in every stream, you're going to get 10 points. And then every minute, you'll get another point. So the more humanity uses AI, the less able it will be able to think for itself. Yeah, 100%. We still want to be able to develop those critical thinking skills. And I'm also making a list of every single thing that I'm learning during this challenge. That way, after the end of this 14 days, I'm going to make a video of every single thing that we kind of learned throughout this challenge, I guess. And it's going to be a long list. I need to open that list up because there's going to be something here, I guarantee you, once we go back into the script. So right screen. That's not the right screen. I mean, it is, but Miro's in the way. That's also in the way. Well, now it's my background. Let's open up this. There we go. Why do you have an error? Oh, it's because I don't have a semicolon. Makes sense. Okay. Let's open up that little learning list because it's gonna be a lot. I think we already got like 4 or 5 things. All right, I got that opened. It's primed and ready to go. All right, and 3 dot. So I can, there we go. So let's read the comments a little bit. I'm glad I've been one of the few people to tag along your journey. Awesome, me too. I'm just glad to kind of have people enjoying the process and maybe learning a thing or two. And I definitely appreciate you stopping by and leaving comments on all the videos. It definitely helps a lot. Appreciate it. And it's a fun part of this as well. But we still got some more people as well joining in. We got Strongman. What are we working on again? I'll do a quick recap of what we were doing. Let me go over to the right screen, or Miro, actually. Oh, let me open up Miro. Okay, there we go. We're going to try and get this flip coins button working. And also, Solitary, I saw your message. I'm here, sorry. I know you were mentioning that we wanted some chat commands. So you'll notice in the chat, if you do exclamation point NSL power, I don't know, we can change the name. I just thought it'd be fun game, I guess. You'll get some points, basically. And you'll get points on your first message in the stream. And you'll also get a point every single minute you're in the stream. All right. But the goal is here, we're gonna get the flip coins button working and the money counter. If you don't know what the money counter is, we're gonna go to the middle screen and make sure everything's good. Okay, so this is the flip coins button. It's gonna compile because we made some changes to the debug, and I think we can actually test this. And then the money counter is here because we want it to give us some money every time it lands on heads. So if I hit heads here or play, we should at least get a debug message. And it's how Powell. You're getting there, strong man. Don't worry, I made so many typos. All right, so we're in game mode or play mode, whatever you want to do. So we're at least hitting, we'll see here on the console, it's in the bottom left, but if you guys can't read it, we can open up this console. We're at least, the method is working, so that's at least good. Flip coin press, and it's just, if you're using it, I guess, if you want to make sure a method is actually hitting, just use the debug.log, quick little troubleshooting tip, right? Let's go back into the script because it's not flipping the coin and it's not playing the animation. So I think we might have an issue with getting the animator or something like that. So what are you working on? Working on a challenge here for a small heads or tail idle game. And it's right now pretty basic. We just have some prototype coins, flip coins, some money counters, upgrades, all that fun stuff. But in the end, hopefully in 14 days, because we have a lot to do in 14 days, it looks a lot better. So I know I released one video starting the challenge. So feel free to just hop on my channel. You'll see one of the videos. I also released another video of the top 10 Unity games. We were actually talking about this in the last stream. So that is also on the channel. That released at 1 o'clock. So you should be able to see it. Let me make sure it actually released. I'm actually hyped because this video was a lot of fun to make. Darn, it has no views. That's okay. It was a good video. It's fun to make. But that is completely released. I'll leave a link here in the chat. How do I do that easily? I think it's get shareable link. Hey, there we go. I don't know why it spans the chat. So actually, what if I do it through YouTube? Maybe it won't do it through YouTube. There we go. Nice. All right. Okay, let's get to working. Let's go on the right side of the screen. And let's start making some progress. Maybe learn some things along the way. Chat's delayed too. Let's see. How delayed? Is it like 5 seconds, 6 seconds? Because if it's that, then that's okay. Oh, actually, I know why. I know why. Actually, no, that's not why. Oh, well, that's okay. That's okay. Hey, if we get 1 view, that's a win, okay? 1 view, that's a win. All right. Go back to OBS, right side of the screen. That is not what we want. We want this. So we're doing get component. What we could do is, I wonder if we can just assign our animation somehow. That way we don't have to do a get component, right? You're not seeing any chat on the screen. Shoot. Let me see something here. You're right, there is no chat on the screen. Let's make sure this is started. I did upgrade StreamerBot, so let me just copy over. So let's go to settings, overlay. I know I'm looking through the small screen now. Save and copy. Okay, save and copy. Let me go back to OBS and maybe that'll fix it. Streamer, where you at? Chat overlay, okay. And then properties. Paste in that URL. All right, let's. Yeah, it just says it's loading, huh? Trying to fix it. Props of the joys of trying to upgrade your stuff, right? Chat overlay. Oh, did I upgrade the wrong thing? Maybe that's what I did. Okay. So chat overlay, properties. Bam. Okay, I'm just gonna stop the server and restart it. Let's remove it. We're gonna add it again. So I think that's a browser source. Yeah, it's broken. Let me get this over here. Ooh. How are we gonna fix the chat? Maybe I'll fix it later. Maybe it'll just automatically start working for some reason. That's okay. Um, that's all right. We'll get to it. Not sure why it says loading though. Usually that's because I didn't start the server, but it is started. Maybe there's just one thing I need to do. I am going to actually try this. Okay. I'm just going to exit this. Hopefully it doesn't mess anything up too much. All right. I guess we'll get this working real quick before we get too crazy in the stream. Okay. Just using default connections. Okay. Start. Oh, that's all right. I'll have to fix it later. In the meantime, we got some stuff that we need to learn, so let's get to it. Maybe it'll make it easier to see stuff. So we're gonna go over to the right screen here. And this is our script. So let me actually open up the chat so I can still keep reading it. It's also delayed. Yep. I'll fix it later. It's probably something simple. Maybe I just have to restart my computer or something. Darn. I knew something was going to break when I updated it, so that's okay. This is what we got so far. Our private game object coin 1, which I think this is just a game object that we're making. So like one of the heads. It's also delayed. That's okay. It'll probably be about at least 5 seconds delayed. I'm going to remove that actually since it's not doing much. Let's do chat overlay. Let me do this. Hey, welcome. So we're making a coin idle game. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is day 2 of the challenge as well. I do think you have been sent any of the open chat windows. Okay. Save and copy overlay. All right, I'm going to just try this one thing. If it doesn't work, then we're going to leave it for next time. Yeah, that's okay. Yep, that's all right. You probably won't see any chat on the screen this time, just because it's messed up for some reason. Not sure why, but that's okay. I'll look into it later. Good old fun stuff to make, right? So, hey, Tracy, Clark, welcome to the stream. And Samo, put your cam in bottom right so you won't block scene view. Then I have to block game view. What if I put it... Oh, that's the chat overlay. I'll move that back. What if I... There's really no good spot to put it. Maybe I'll put it in the bottom right. How about that? That way we can kind of see both. Nobody speaks Latin. I don't speak Latin. I don't. Okay. So now we're on the right side of the screen. Let's get this animator working. It's something with the animator because we know this method is working. Bottom right in Unity is usually for object preview. That's why. Yeah. Luckily, we don't really have any objects to preview, so maybe I'll just keep it there for now. But let's see. I wish I could put my code on the right side of the screen. Okay, so we need to get the animator working. And I can't, can I just do, what's the best way to coin flip? I mean, can't I just assign it here and then I don't technically have to do this part? Let's go back into Unity to see if that's the case. There, I put my camera in the bottom right. Okay. Oop, let's put this back up actually. There we go. How do you maintain consistency? How to maintain consistency? What do you mean by that? If you're looking at the code, don't worry about the code right now. I know it's a mess. Once we actually get it working, we'll refactor it, make it look better. Okay. So now, clicking into Unity, debugging, right? Yep. Hey, Alex, welcome to the stream. We are debugging. We're trying to make it so that whenever we hit this flip coins button here on our game, then it flips the coins, right? So, oh, I think I forgot to do something, so let me pause this. We know it's working. We know it's calling the method because it's giving us that debug.log message. So do I just put the animator in here maybe? Don't know. Let me just click this script and then we're gonna block it and then go into our animations. And this is the animator. Nope. Okay. I didn't think that would work, but what the heck, right? Give it a shot. Okay, let's go back into the script. I'm gonna remove this part. Coin flip. Yeah, it's because we're not getting a. So I think what we need to do is does not exist in the current context. Why? Or what if we just do this? Not sure what's different there, but serialized. Oh, private. Okay, perfect. Put a semicolon there. That'll fix it. Let's say. Oh, I didn't know on now stream was paused. Stream is paused? Shouldn't be paused. Maybe you just paused it with your button. So you got to add animator controller to the game object and then attach a controller to it. So you got to add animator controller to the game object. Okay, maybe it'll probably just be easier if we turn these into prefabs, which I don't know if we did. Let's jump back into Unity. So if we go to, okay, yeah, prefabs, we got the heads. I'm gonna go ahead and drag the tails as well. So this is the heads, and then we got coins, we got tails as well. Let's drag that into, not sure why that's here. Let's just delete that. We're just gonna work on these two. So we got heads, tails, and we're just gonna attach the animator to these then. What's meant to happen is whenever we hit this flip coins button, it flips these, right? If we go to the animations and we go to here, and can we play it? That's what we should be seeing. Like whenever we hit the button, it won't be doing it multiple times, but it'll at least do it once. So that's what the goal is right here. Okay, let's get out of here. And for this flip coin, let's unlock this so we can actually go to the heads prefab. I'll lock it again, animations. And so Samo said if we just drag the animator over here, which it already is, so we can't do a different one. The avatar, what is avatar in animation controller? I am not sure. I'm gonna do a quick Google search. Avatar in animation controller. The animator component, blah, blah, blah. Ooh, that's a lot of words. Search up a different. See what the chat says. You don't need the avatar? Okay, well then we won't worry about it. So we know the prefabs, they both should have, yeah, so both the prefabs, let's unlock this. They both have the animator. Okay, maybe this one doesn't, I lied. So lock this one, animations, and voila. Okay. So not sure why I named that. No, I guess it's because that's what that's called. Now, have you ever had the feeling of greatness after you bake lighting? It is like watching somebody peek off the plastic of this phone screen. Okay, I'm gonna go back to so our prefabs, they have it has the animation controller. So what was the next step? I believe it was to just gotta find the message. Where's it at? Where's it at? And then attach the controller, animator controller to the game object, and then attach the controller to it. Controller to it. When you feel like an Apache helicopter. When you're an Apache helicopter, that is the best, right? Okay, so we got these two things. Unlock this, we can actually see. So it has the controllers. So if we go back to the script, coin flip, that's the name, get component animator, which the prefab, it has the animator. So it's getting this component, and then it's playing flip coin. What's the animation called? Actually, flip coin. Okay. Another violin. Hopping on Unity. Strongman, you're gonna get on Unity as well? Animator. Reference the animator controller. So we okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Get component. So we got to reference the animation controller. Got to figure out the best way to do that. Reference animation controller. You gonna get some footage, strongman? Samuel, would that probably be in the script itself? So if I go into the script here, let me switch that over to the right side of the screen. Because right now, yeah, we're referencing the animation or animator on the animator component, yeah, on the game object. So, but this doesn't have the game object. Okay. I feel like I might slightly know what the issue is. Let's see. Flip coin script, which is doing flip coin. Okay. Animator. Maybe I'll just search this. How to play an animation with a button press in Unity. Maybe that'll help. Oh, I don't want a video. I want a... Aha, this could be... Let's see what you guys see. You guys should see the discussion. Okay. Play animation on button press. Found a little discussion here to kind of go over it. Just delete random lines until it works. That's usually what you do, right? So I'm new to Unity and I'm having trouble getting button pressed. Day 2 chat. Yep, welcome to the chat. You guys are actually getting points this time. If you're new to Unity and you're using the modern Unity animation system, Mechanim, when was this? 2017? I don't think we're using Mechanim. Or maybe we are. This means that you have an animator component on your object. Okay, maybe we are. The animator component holds multiple animations and a state machine between them. So what is the problem you're trying to fix? The problem that we're trying to fix is, let me go over to the middle screen. So you see the middle screen now. Okay, perfect. So the problem here is when we hit play, let me go back into this flip coin button here, this element here. When we hit play, what should be happen is, and I probably also didn't do this right, but we have this flip coin script, flip coin, that is what we were kind of just looking at, and we can look at it again. But what should happen is whenever we hit play, it should play the animation that we made for the heads and the tails. So if we hit play, it should flip these coins once. But it's not. It's calling the flip coin press, or it's calling the method because we can see the debug.coin press message. So we know that it's calling the method. It's just not, I don't think the animations are being connected to these two elements. So I think I'm not connecting those correctly. Because if I go to the right screen and we open up Visual Studio Code, all it's doing is it's getting the component, the animator component. But I think what that's doing is it's getting the animator component, go back to Unity, on the game view main, and the game view main isn't doing anything. We need to be referencing the prefab, I believe. And I don't think I'm doing that. So in the button, are you referencing the same game object or the prefab? Game object. We are referencing, let me go back to the scene. I believe I'm referencing the game object as of now, but I needed to reference the prefab. Game dev coding 1%, bug facing 99%. It'd pretty much be like that, huh? So, coin script. I'm gonna do a quick another Google search here. Click a canvas button. All right, let's see what that search result helps with. Let's see what screen we're working on. Okay, Unity, perfect. Flip coin. Animation is flip coin, perfect. What if we do, and this could just be for testing. I wonder if we try this. Let's go to flip coin button, maybe. It'll be the target, so it's not going to be that. Let's see game job. On your prefabs animator here. What? Flip coin. It's something with the animator for sure. if we don't have this script attached to it? I guess we'll try this out, see if that works. Darn. Flip coin. They went to go eat lunch. So I wonder, what if we just do animation, how to play an animation clip when key is pressed. Look at animation clip walk, animation. I'm having pizza later today. Beat that. Ooh, lucky, lucky. The animatronics look scary. Sick and scary. Ooh. It's weird how it works like the first time. I'm not sure why it actually does, but it does. I don't know what's actually flipping the coins, but I guess they worked the first time. Game view main. So we have that at least, right? Screen space overlay. This would be, yeah, that's good. Scale with screen size. Nice. What kind of pizza you gonna have though, Solitary? What kind of pizza? I think I had a pepperoni pizza Friday. So 2 days ago. Plug that log. We could. Is that what we need to do then? No, because that's assigned. Serialize private game object, coin 1. Is it in the script we have to do? Yeah, because that's the right one. That's flip equals get component animator. You're just gonna get cheese. Dragon Zach, could you add a print check? Print check. What do you mean by print check? If you don't fix it already. I know, right? We're trying to fix this. I know it's a simple thing. It's gotta be. It's gotta be like one line of code or a little bit of lines. Public flip coin script, mono behavior, private game object coin 1. What if I search up this? Look in here, look in here. Canvas. Okay. Maybe this resource is going to help. We'll see. Like button press thing just before the animation gets played. Yes, we did. We did. So we fixed, we added a debug.log message here. So that'll say flip coin pressed. Now we're just trying to find that one resource that's going to help fix the issue. Animate, make transition. What? That is not what we needed. Try this. We're going to get it though. We're going to get it solitary. What if I shouldn't? What if I do it from here? So if I go to, what screen are you guys on? Okay, you guys are on Unity? Okay. But what if on the flip coin button, instead of doing it from here, what if I do it from this? And then I do flip coin script, flip coin. Because shouldn't that play it? All right, guys, moment of truth. If this actually works, ending stream, it's done. Just kidding. Then we just have to do it for the other ones, right? We'll have to think about how to do that. I'm trying to get into Unity. It doesn't want to wake up. You trying to start your project or something, or? Okay, flip coins. I thought that would actually work. Dang. No, it's not opening? That's weird. Opening. Ah. Maybe it just, maybe got to close and reopen it. When I... Let's see if this works. I don't know where I assign that stuff though. The same except for the face cam. It is not frozen. All right, we're gonna let this compile and see if this works. Hopefully, cross our fingers. So we changed it on the script. So that means on the script, we got coin one attached, which is this guy, which is a prefab, which is this guy, which is this guy. Okay. So hopefully when I hit play, reload in Unity. If it doesn't work, just redo it. Yeah. Game object with animator. Okay, so we got a different error code, so that's good. Right? Console. Flip coin pressed. Game object with animator is inactive. What is that? What does that mean? Is inactive. Animate physics? Let's look up what this animator issue or error code is here. What if you what if you unprefab your prefab? Then it just becomes a regular game object. Fix this, make sure coin 1 is set to active before calling. What? If the coin flip is active, then it is active. What does that mean? Does that mean, animator is visible? Flip count? No, that doesn't mean nothing. And welcome to the stream, Kira. Animator, let's check the animator, see if there's any issues with it. Or what if I actually go back, instead of doing this, let's just drag, oh, didn't mean to do that. Let's do game view. Not sure why I would want to do that, but I guess let's do that, see if it works. If it works, don't break it, right? Or don't change it. What coin is pressed? Coin flip dot play flip coin. What if I change it from a variable to flip coin? Flip coin. Flip coin is pressed, but we don't get any error. What? Let's check some things. Prefabs, this is enabled. So you got further, but it's still not doing it. I think we're getting closer, at least. We're trying things. There, maybe I should be doing something different here. If I do flip. No, that's not. Or what if I do heads? Animator. I mean, this is kind of what we already tried, but what if we did it and it actually worked? At least color's right this time? Absolutely. That was an issue we fixed. Game object with animator is inactive. That is a lie. You're lying. It is active. Game object. So this would have to be on the flip coin script. So if we go to script and click this, that's saying that this is inactive? I don't think it is. Game object. What do you guys think? What's going to fix the issue? Subnautica? Oh, that sounds fun. Is that like, because isn't there a second version of Subnautica? I think there is, right? The brown is a little too depressing. I know, it kind of looks like a dog turd, doesn't it? We'll polish them once we actually get it working. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if this works. I can't wait till we actually get through this issue. It's going to be so amazing. So I made some debug.logs. We have our coin flip. 1 is assigned. Coin flipped is assigned. What? Coin 1 game object is inactive. So flip coin press, so that works. Coin 1.active in hierarchy is false. Active in hierarchy. What does that even mean? Because everything should be enabled, which is why... Oh, what if it's looking for exactly this, though? Coin flip enabled is true, but coin 1 game object is inactive. I don't think it's inactive. I think it's just having an issue not finding the game object. So that could be why. What if I change it to public game object? You're making a petition in the chat to get the coins more yellow. Make it look like a fresh... Maybe we could make them shiny as well, right? Okay, so if I hit flip coins... Darn, that did not work. What if... Button press. Play animation... You would think this would be a lot easier to do, right? Let's see. I'm gonna look at this resource. Word. Okay, let's see what we're doing here. Private animator coin flip. Man him. Script. Okay, I'm gonna go out of this. Let's go to the script. Because we got the coin 1. Go for a signature. Wow. Well, thank you for the compliment. You ever seen goats fight? That's like the craziest stuff ever. You know? Or like when they start butting heads against each other. Where's my cursor? There it is. Haha. We might have to do something drastic. Something so drastic that might be against the rules. One of the rules is we can't. All right, what are the AI rules? No AI doing the work. But what if we use AI to troubleshoot? I don't think that's breaking the rules, right? We could always change the rules for next time. Let's see. It's tempting to see if AI can just glance over the code and be like, oh, do that. Strongman says no. No AI doing the work. But can it troubleshoot? What if we just start with 1 coin and call it good? I'm just going to call our coin, make sure you guys are actually in Unity, which you guys are. And I'm going to flip this. I'm going to go back, put this back over. You don't really need to see the scene view because everything that's going to be happening is going to be in game view. So there we go. Now it doesn't look weird. Okay. So I'm just going to rename something here and I'm just going to call this coin or something. Coin. Okay, we got our coin prefab asset. And then in the coin prefab asset, yeah, what I meant. See, it's not doing the work if it's checking it, right? So we could use it and just be like, you know, troubleshoot. It'll save time with making a bunch of debugs, .logs, right? We'll see, I guess, what it does. So add a, let's see. Trying to use a reference here. Make sure we at least have everything before we try and make the animation. Okay, we also needed a spray, which we already have. We got all that stuff. It has an animator, check. Boom. Head, side, penny. True. But it will give a fixed version of your script, but you don't have to copy it. Just ask how to fix it yourself. See? Add an animator component, which is what we just did. So we're going to try and make a lot of progress here, hopefully in the next 10-15 minutes. So we make it a flip coin animation. We have an animation. Check. A trigger parameter? What is that? What is a trigger parameter? Is this a, what's a trigger parameter? I'll have to Google that here. Parameter. Okay. And then the, is it this thingy? Oh, not sure what that did. Control Z. Before I break everything. Not yet, not yet. Make a transition. Maybe that's what it means. Okay. Flip coin. Animation trigger, which I think this is the trigger, right? I think that's a trigger. So I'm changing up the script a little bit on the side. We're gonna do serialize, private field. It's so weird why you have to do brackets. 0.1. This, Control V, and M. Let's see. Go through everything. I know, we're kind of starting from the very beginning just to try and test every single thing. From the button, trigger, whatever, to the animation getting played, double check everything. Absolutely. Would flip. So I'm gonna call this from here. Flip coin and M. Flip. That'll fix that. And this will be an M, I believe. An M. No, it's not. Oh, I just have a typo. Aha. Hey. We're learning though. Sometimes it takes like 24 hours to, I don't know, fix a problem, right? Okay, hook up the UI button, which is, I'm pretty sure what we already did. So flip button. You guys are in Unity? Yes. So we have this head side penny, which is our, does it have the flip coin? Yes, it does. What's the coin? This is the coin. So that has it. Why is it? I'm just going to delete this and add it back in. Coins. Okay. Reset the position. What? Where are you? Let's just copy these values from the position and we're going to paste those on this coin. So paste property. Oh, yeah, paste position. Oh, let's make it a little bit bigger as well. So those coins can be double. So now it's double. And we just need to move it on the X a bit. Okay. So we got the coin. Check. We're checking everything. Now we need to go to the flip coin button. We drag prefab in the hierarchy, or do we drag it from... I don't know, maybe it doesn't matter. Let's just drag it from here. Because this has the script onto it. Oh, does it not? Okay, let's put the script onto it then. Well, bam. Back to the flip coin. So Terry's going to take a little break. I'll be back soon, probably, hopefully. I'll probably won't make it back on time. See ya. Good, get out. Kira. Oh my. Here we got flip. Choose this. Click the play button. So, I mean, technically everything should be working. The animation controller. The variable coin 1 of flip coin script has not been assigned. So let's go to script and what? Variable coin 1 of flip coin script has, oh, there we go. I mean, it looks assigned. Definitely looks assigned. Do I just have to drag it back over again? Okay, now let's just hit play again and see if that fixes things. The variable nm of flip coin script has not been assigned. What? Why? I'm gonna Google this search result. Or error, I guess. What if we do... I'll just try something here. We're gonna change up the script a bit. Oh, well, I have to reassign it to everything now. Just here for moral support. Boom. I think we just have to assign everything. Maybe. Maybe we don't. Honestly, I don't know what's going on either, so you're not missing a whole bunch. Let's remove the flip coin script from this. I guess that component. I don't think we need the animator on this. I think it's just going to make it confused. Flip coin. All right. Go to the script and assign the prefab coin. Okay. I think if we get through this part, it's going to make everything a lot easier. Coin prefab not assigned. Where? In the flip coin script. Okay. But it is, though. This makes no sense. Coin prefab not assigned. All right, let's make these few changes. You got some emojis in the chat. Okay. Say I. Are you close now? I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things, like if you delete everything and then try and fix it, it'll work. I have Roan on my game. Now I gotta make a shader for water drips on walls and things. Ooh. Maybe the issue is because it's like a prefab, potentially. What if I try it without... Oh, wait, never mind. I don't want to do that. Animation trigger. Rain. What if I just do it on a random box? So I'm going to do 2D object on a square. So let's move this square over here so we can actually see it. And what happens if we change it on the Y? Does it actually look different? Okay, yeah, it moves a little bit. Perfect. So we're going to call this test flip. Okay. And we need to give it an animator component. Create animation controller with the flip animation, flip coin. I'm just going to make animation create test flip. Pretty much just starting from scratch just to see if this does anything. All right, head out. Thanks for joining Dragon. Hopefully next time you join, this is fixed. So we have test flip here. Okay. And I'm just going to make a very basic rotation on the Y. 30. We're going to change it to 180. And here it should be 360. Okay. We play it in 1 second. Boom. That's what we want. We're just going to do a quick little test. But every time... What's a trigger parameter? Trigger. I've never really used the animations in Unity, so this is fun. Oh, Kira made grammar mistakes. It's over. Game's over. That trigger, flip coin. What should my... You know what if we just change the degree of some... Well, no, that's probably not going to work either. Okay, let's see if this works. One game object. So that's what it is. I feel bad for this coin because it's just getting changed so much. Flip. So we go to prefabs, coin flip, and flip, right? Is that my phone? I think it was your phone. Drag your coin. Darn it, now that one's just going crazy. Do I have to enable it or something? Oh, did I not change the thumbnail for... Darn, I didn't change the thumbnail for one of the streams. Shoot. I'll change that real quick. So edit, change, and 2. Save. Nice. Got that. All right. This, maybe I'll just start from scratch. I'll just delete everything. You could be texting. This stream is going to be the most important thing you ever do in your whole life. I think I'm just going to start from scratch because maybe I have something in the way somewhere. We're going to just do it from scratch. Coins. Delete all that. And we got the script that we're also going... do we want to delete the script? Maybe I'll save it first before we delete it. I mean, we don't really need to delete the script, right? Let's see what we got. All right, I'll keep the script, but there's probably going to be a bunch of stuff I'm going to have to remove it from, maybe. Flip coin button. No, not really. Okay, I'll just remove that. Settings, scenes. We'll remove it from our prefabs. I'm just going to remove... Okay, I think that's everything. Here we go. Take 2. Starting from the very beginning. Let me try and find... how to play an animation. Click a button in Unity. That's not what I want. A, B, C, D, E, F keyboard layout. Do you really? I mean, I feel like you would get used to it, right? At some point. Okay, so if we have our coin, we put it in the scene, we just drag it to the coin. Use a trigger variable and your... You gotta look up a flashlight tutorial. Strong man. All right, let's just right click sprite and we're gonna make a triangle, I guess. And this will be the test coin. We don't want to use our own stuff until we actually get it working, I guess. Let me delete these errors just because we don't want to see them anymore. Hey, no more errors now, so we're good. I'm just gonna name this coin. Sprite, okay. Right button. That'll be fun. Are you going to release your Five Nights at Freddy's game on Steam? You can see the coin in the game view. Okay. Then we're going to create a UI button, which is what we did. Yes. I'm just going to delete this script and we're going to start from scratch. You look like a Raisin Brand. Who are you talking to? Were you talking to Strongman? Strongman? We deleted our hard work script. That's all right. Create and create model behavior script. We're gonna get so good at that. Coin flip. You should watch From. Isn't that on Disney or not Disney? Maybe it's on Disney. That's the one where you're not supposed to go outside at night, right? All right, I'm gonna open up coin flip. Yeah, I think I watched like the first 4 episodes. It was actually good. I want to watch more of it. Okay, then we're gonna go to the coin game object. That is pretty good. I think there's a second season of that as well. Okay, I added this coin flip script. Hook up the button to the coin. So select the flip button. I'm pretty sure you connect it with this. Like the coin game object. Okay. Pretty sure you can do here and then flip. I think that's what we're doing here. Yeah. There's 3 seasons of that show and a 4th coming? Dang. I didn't even know there was 3. You're gonna go, Dragon? Also, before you go, if you looked at the screen, flip coins, it worked. It worked. Look, it's working. You hit flip coins, it works. See? Boom. Click somewhere else, flip somewhere else, flip. Somewhere else, flip. For a second, I thought that was someone else's name, NullSimLabs. I'm like, wait. I did not type that. Okay, I hope the power balance actually saves with the next stream. What is mine? I'm going to do mine real quick. NSL underscore. I kind of made it a little bit more than just points. Jeez. Man, it just really spams the chat when I do it. I'm gonna pause this, let things compile. I got 99, but I'll probably, I mean, it's almost impossible for someone to get more points than me. Absolutely like impossible. So maybe I will change it so I don't get points. So I don't want to be number one. I want to be like last. It doesn't work for you? What do you mean? Like if you do, are you doing the exclamation point? Oh, I gotta make sure things. Drag the coin game object into the slot, which it is. Coin. Plus, void. I don't get XP and I can't use commands. What? You can't use it? That's so weird. What if, I don't think you get commands, just type it, I guess. Like, what if you, I gotta go back. What if you just copy and paste what I just sent? Like, what if you just copy that and then paste it? It's not going to be a pop-up command. You actually just have to put it in the chat. And welcome back, strong man. You cannot find a big one. You can't copy it? What? Okay, just type it then. You're just having issues, guys. It just doesn't work. Is it like, I don't see you typing that command though. Like, when you do are you doing an exclamation point in the beginning? Is it just not sending out that chat to the comment section? That's weird. That's not true. Transform, rotate. Like if I grab this coin, test. Oh, that's not what I want. Rotate. 180. Yeah, it should do that. Okay, what if I do 90 instead of... Maybe I should have done that a long time ago. I'll post what I see in the Discord. That's so weird how it would like single out your account. Are you watching in the horizontal? All right, I'll look real quick. General chat. I'll post what I see in the Discord. Wait, I don't see nothing. Oh, maybe you're in the vertical chat? Or no, you're not on vertical, you're on horizontal. So maybe you're pranking me. Oh wait, no, you actually NSL_power. Yeah. It just doesn't work. Dang. That's so weird. Huh. Maybe you're a ghost. So we got here. I got a beef with YouTube. Knock him out. Knock him out. Mike Tyson. Coin flipped. Guys, I think it was working all along. Not the animation part, but I think since we were doing 180, the circle. Guys. It was a simple thing. It was working the entire time. It's just because we were flipping at 180 degrees, it didn't look like it was flipping because it was just flipping like real fast, I guess. Flip coins. See? Wow. Oof. Oof. See, this is great. Great experience, guys. That's rough. What if we do this? Coins. I want to try flipping the prefab now. Okay. So if this is coin flip, what are we? How's it flipping this? How does that work? Oh, because we have the script attached to it, right? So now I'm gonna just copy the coordinates. So copy position, boom, boom, and paste the position. Okay. Then we're just gonna move it a little bit to the right. I think if we just assign this coin flip script, maybe. A nice playing Subnautica. That's a good game. So flips that. Maybe it has something to do. Heads coin. Okay. Where the coin prefab. I'm just going to delete that. We go to coin, and I guess I'm just going to drag this down, make a little coin prefab there. And then attach the script to it, which it already is. Perfect. Create a UI button in the canvas, which we already did. Oh, I think I see. We gotta do the flip button. Put a coin. Maybe it's because we're doing it on the prefab. That might actually be something to look into. Click the flip button. Interesting. Now it doesn't work. So I think it's something to do with the prefab. And then scripts. Okay. School laptop doesn't let you download stuff? Dang. You're taking all the fun out. Oh. If I do a coin spawner. Hey, Eco, welcome. Welcome to the stream. That's funny. Right now, trying to make this simple coin game. It's going to be a coin idle game. So whenever you hit the flip coins, then it's going to basically, if it lands on heads, then it makes a coin. Or, I mean, it makes you money, pretty much. MVPs? Oh, what do you mean by that? do create empty, and I'm just going to put these. I do not. I do not. No. It'd be fun though. Maybe one day. Is that what you do? Where is... I know it's an empty game object, but let's just take this coin and copy the position and paste it onto this so I can actually paste position. And I guess I'll move it right there. Ideally. Hey, nice. It'd be fun. I mean, I know there's a lot you can do with that kind of stuff. So many of that, and then you have a what? When spawner, spawner behavior, ring name. Why would it be that though? Weird. Hey, welcome to the stream. This works directly with the script. Interesting. Not sure why. Oh, because I need to do that. Okay. So I'm going to lock this and then go to my prefabs. We have, what's the point controller? Would that be the spawn point? No. Welcome back, Strongman. Man, this is kind of more like the spawner, I guess. So I could put the controller. Oh, you gotta put the transform there? How do I do that? What? I'm idiot. No, you said you were going to look up a tutorial, weren't you? But I guess you are back. So I guess that was kind of a while ago. Well, let me scroll down in the chat. Yeah, but you couldn't find one? Yeah, I think that would be difficult to make like a flashlight. It would be kind of tough. Import error code, what does that mean? Maybe I will just make it a little bit different. So it's something with these prefabs, because if it's not a prefab, then it works for some reason. I'm going to completely mess up all my scripts now, probably. Spawn point, prefab. Despawn point. Is that what it's requesting? No. Darn. I'm just going to delete that. Still trying to get it to work with the prefab. It works with like a normal element, but it's not working with the prefab. So I have to figure out why. I may have to look at animation, like something with prefabs or how to work with prefabs. say? How to... Let's read this fun old documentation. Editing, prefabs, station at runtime. That's what we need. And that prefab should have an animator on it. I'm going to delete the spawn point. We don't need that as well. Sounds good. What if we make this so that we add money every time it lands on heads, but how could we do that? Would it just be a debug.log? We could, let's just create add money. Yeah, the prefabs are kind of ruining things a little bit. But I know we'll probably need it because it'll make things easier, especially if we want to make like more coins. I know that's one thing I got to work on. How to work with prefabs. Game view main. Where's the coin? I don't know why it shows up here. And the canvas is like way over here. It always trips me up. Can I just do world space? Whatever that does? Nope. That is not what you want. Match width or height? Can I change it? Like the location of it? No. Darn. Maybe I'll try and do some math here, just to kind of... Oh. I didn't expect this to actually work. Flip coins. So it's flipping. It's just basically rotating the transform. It's not actually playing an animation. So maybe we could try and get it to work with an animation. Because I wonder if all we need to do is... I'm actually going to delete that for now. We'll make that later. First, let's try and make it so it actually works with the animation here. Because this is actually a coin, a prefab, and it actually works with a prefab. Well, that's good. Not sure how, but it does. Let's go. Are we using this coin? Or no, I think we're just using the coin flip script, right? Oh no, you're actually using the prefab itself. Okay. We're gonna... need an animator, okay. Click in the project and you can make an animator. Okay, so we got the animator, the coin animator. What's next that we need to do? Okay, we did that. Now just make an animation here. create, and we're just gonna say, what do we want to call this? Just flip? Or coin flip? NM? Boom. Make sure that it's not looping, because I don't know why that's the default. Welcome back, Kira. Now let's add the properties here. So let's go back, select the coin, add the properties of transform position. And then let's make the animation. So I'm just going to do at 10, maybe 45. At 50, I'm going to do 360 minus 45. My math ain't mathing right now. Is that 325? That's 5. 30. No, 315. Oh, wait, no, we want this to be 360. And then this, we could have a like 270. What does that look like? Go ahead and play. Oh, something's weird. Let me remove these keyframes. That way you can kind of see the result a little bit at the end. Okay, that works. Guess who's back? Solitary, you made it. Had to walk my dog. Nice. Is it a big dog? Create animation controller. Name it. Okay, which that's what we did. Flip coin and M. Add a trigger parameter. So this is the big thing that we're probably missing from last time. If we open this, there's a parameter, and we need to make flip trigger. Add that sucker in there. Oh. There we go. Flip trigger. Create a transition. Maybe that works. No. I see you got the animations working. Is the chat working now? I don't know. I don't think so. Something's up with it. I'll have to fix it. It's gonna be, I bet, just remaking it and that'll fix it. Because when I originally made the overlay, it's with a different version of the software. So I probably just need to rebuild it, which hopefully should be easy. Let's see if we're doing. You get chat working now. I wish chat was working. So I think I have everything right. I think that's how you do animations. We just had to make a flip trigger. What does this do when we do that? Of the orange thing? Of the orange thing? What do you mean? Let me check. Oh. That's pretty much what it looks like. Now, hopefully what we can do is if we just update our coin flip script with the animation, hopefully it works. Just kind of checking here. So coin flip and then should we just send it? Maybe we should just send it. See if it works. All right, I'm gonna move that back for later. All right. I have a few issues. So coin animator transition any state to coin flip NM in state doesn't have any exit time or any transition. What does that mean? What if we have to, do we have to go back to our animation, make another transition to entry? No, because then it's going to be doing the same exact thing. Might have to look up a guide on animations just to get a little bit better. Forgot to sneeze. Once you have sneeze. I feel like whenever I'm streaming and I'm on the... Hey, Linux, welcome. I feel like when I'm on the verge of like sneezing, but when I'm streaming, it just goes away for some reason. So maybe whenever in my life I need to sneeze, I'm just going to instantly start streaming so it goes away. I'm going to be an expert at animation stuff. So what we're working on is we're trying to make a simple, let me make sure I'm sharing the right screen. Okay. So what we're trying to make here is a simple coin idle flipping game. So that, for example, whenever the coin lands on heads, you get a whatever amount is on that coin. For example, pretend this is a penny and you flip it. I'm trying to work out the animations now, so it's not working. But basically, start with pennies. You flip the coin. If it lands on heads, you get a cent, right? And then, yeah, eventually, hopefully, we can get some upgrades as well to work. So basically, a simple coin idle game, just to learn more about game development. So fun stuff. Right now, we're having some fun issues trying to get the animation to work. I'm just pretending this is the coin. And whenever we hit this flip coins, I want it to play an animation to just see if it works. So that's what the issue is right now. I haven't really messed with this animation or animator that much. So trying to figure out how to work with it. I might have to look up on some guides of how to actually use this thing, because we had to make a flip trigger. So now we're getting some issues with the flip trigger, which is fun. So yeah, errors, fun errors. Are you a game developer too, Linux, or do any coding or any of that fun stuff, art as well? What does solo mute do? What does that even do? There's so many, I like this challenge is because there's so many different areas out that I'm jumping into Unity that I've never really worked with before. But man, is it fun. Hey, nice. What kind of programming language are you working on learning? C++? Okay. Think you'll use Unreal Engine after this? Open your animator window. Any state to coin flip. Okay. So it has to do something with this, maybe. Oh, let's get out of game view so our stuff actually saves. Made that mistake before. So if we select this, under conditions. So there's conditions over here, huh? Oh, there is conditions. What else is here though? In case we need to reference in the future. We have any state, coin flip. Let me actually, since we're back into animations, move this so you can see. I'll just move it in the corner. So going back to our stuff, we have transitions, solo mute, No idea what that means. Open reference. I'm gonna actually look into this later. My primary language, Linux says, is, but I'm currently learning like 6 just for fun. Ooh. I don't know C, or C++. Maybe once I actually know C# a lot, I'll branch out because I do want to actually learn C++ because that's what you use for Unreal Engine. Which I don't even know if you need to learn C++. Because I think you can just use the blueprints and get away with things. But I don't know because I've never done Unreal Engine. But in the inspector under, I guess, check conditions here. Oop. I did something. Did I hit the minus sign or the, oh, okay, plus sign? Flip trigger. What does that do? Flip trigger. So is that just a parameter that we set? Weird. All right, maybe that fixes things. Exit time is unchecked. Transition has a fixed exit time. Okay. Trigger flip name, which is flip trigger. So that all adds up. C++ is solitary with the C minus minus. What if it actually was C minus minus? But Linux, C++ is kind of like C# because they are both object-oriented programming, but different. C# for GTA 5 mod? That's cool. I wish I knew C# that well. What kind of mod was it in GTA 5? Are you going to be modding GTA 6? Which I think I'm going to play GTA 6 on this YouTube. Whenever it's released on desktop, we're going to go ham on it. We're going to go like a 24-hour live stream. I don't know. I don't want to make those kind of commitments, but it's very tempting. 24-hour live stream. I've always thought about doing it though. Make a game in 24 hours. Yeah, they'll release it one day. Not sure when they're going to release it for GTA or desktop though. Maybe 2027. Use exit time. All right, so we don't need to do that. Select the transition. And okay. Explain what a trigger is useful. I don't think you'll be able to stay in a 24-hour live stream. Think of all the points you could get. Oh wait, I don't think you're getting points. Have you tried like leaving and coming back? Maybe that'll fix it. I think you have though. The BandLab staff before. That's so weird. Like you don't even see the purple stuff on top, do you? Oh no, you see the 0 XP. Are you signed in to your YouTube? Okay. Now that we made the transition, maybe that works because now we have that. I guess let's just see what kind of error we have. Hey, nice. Linux getting that power. Whenever it works, Kira, I will give you some points to make up for all the lost time. I know you've been here. All right, so we got some errors. Great, because now we can actually fix something. Object reference on disable. What? I don't want that kind of error. What does that even mean? So digital if this is a good tool for system architecture design. Thank you. If there's a good tool for system architecture design. What do you mean? Like for making games? System architecture. Clear. Why? Why you know work? Unity's animator parameters are variables that control transitions between animations. Okay. A trigger is a special type of parameter. That's one of those because you have flow, int, bool, and trigger. It acts as a one-time flag. Once you fire it, it automatically resets itself after the transition occurs. Okay, so that's nice. You don't have to like on-enable, on-disable, I guess. How it works is you create a trigger, which we did, which is flip trigger, and you set a transition and animation. Okay. What flip trigger target? Oh, animator. Okay, that's what we do. Unity checks the int driven. So think of a trigger like a doorbell. Once you press it, the bell rings and then it resets automatically. Okay, interesting. I'm just gonna play it again, trying to get that error. Object not created. Okay, so we at least have an error. Let's see what that means. No idea. What if I do that? Does it fix it? Moment of truth. No, it still has some errors. Fun. Does it work if we still flip it? Oh, wait. Aha. It's doing the animation. Wow. Tempted to just end the stream there and leave it on a good note. But no, we're going to keep working on it. So is it just because I had to do this little fill in the blank? I think we did. What does that do though? What's the point of this being selected or not selected? Why? It makes no sense. Because I get the same result when I disable it, for example, which I don't even know if I'm enabling it or disabling it. Let's play it. Make sure I'm actually sharing the right screen. Okay, I am. My camera's on the right side of the screen, so you can actually see stuff happening, but I guess I could put it right here. That way, you're forced to look at the triangle and my face. So, yo, strongman. Okay. Yeah, so if we hit the flip coins, it's playing the animation. It's playing. Somehow, it's playing. And I think it's because we're doing the set trigger. So in our flip script, we're doing set trigger, boom, flip the button, and then the script attached to the button is doing the thing. Does that. But I don't know why or what this does. Oh, wait. Does that just enable it? I don't know. See, and now when it has the button or the circle in it and you hit play, it doesn't matter. It just went away. Is that why we're getting the error? Maybe. Object at index is null. Not sure why I'm getting that error. Maybe something is trying to load before other things are loading, potentially. Because I know we're doing an awake. So what if in our script, we change it from awake to, I mean, you want to do it for that part though. You want to get components in awake. That way they're loaded in memory before you start doing stuff. What? You added fog? Nice. How'd you do it? I'm so glad this actually works. Not sure why we have errors. And the errors look very scary, but it works. But I guess the errors go away after you clear them. So that means they're not like being triggered by one of our scripts. Maybe it's one of those things, if I just open up Unity again, it'll just be fixed. Wait, this is great. This is great. We hit flip coins. It's doing the coin animation. So now what I kind of want to do is make some logic in the coin flip so that we're getting a random number between 0 and 100. Because when you flip a coin, there's 50% chance it's heads or tails. So we'll say if it's that random number, let's just make a Miro stream. I think this would be great. Let me change it to Miro. Okay, let's make some magic happen. Why is my camera not in the stream or Miro? That's right. I'd have to just add it, but all right, let's go to Miro, have some fun. Let's think about the logic that we actually have to make here. But you just enable it in the lighting settings at the bottom. What? Like in Unity? That's cool. I didn't know it was that simple. Yeah, I think I did that solitaire. Just, I don't know. Maybe my thinking was that it wasn't in the way of all this. But let's make some magic. Basically, what we want to happen is, one, maybe I should get a drawing pad so this doesn't look so bad. But in our logic, let's do some math. Well, first we'd have to get a number. So, okay, this is, I'm just going to do this. Generate number 0, 1 through 50, which is 50 numbers, yeah. Which could be like heads or something. You done this in Scratch before? Nice. And then we'll do 51 through, I mean, shouldn't we include 0 though? Or do we want to not include 0? What do you typically do? I guess, because this would be 51. So to make it even, let's just do 1 and 50. Hey, thank you. Thank you for watching. It's 51, 52, 53. Yeah, if we include 100, then we'll be good. Because that's both giving the same amount to each heads or tails. So we need to generate there. And they can actually see it better. Gotta work our brain for real. Yeah. We're just visualizing it first before we make it. So we have these two. And then if heads, increase score. Else, I'm trying to think of the logic, because that's going to generate that number. And if it's heads, I guess there's going to be two outcomes. If heads, we're going to play heads animation. And we're also going to add points. But if it's tails, I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller. But if tails, then we're just gonna play tails animation. And we're not gonna give the player any points though. And then that's it, I guess. All right, let's see what the comments say before we get too crazy. Okay, I checked this coin challenge. No, because it'll be 51. What's the system for? So this system is just to reward the coins. If programming would be as easy as making diagrams. I know, like what if you could just take this diagram and put it into the C# code and then be done with it. Let's do another one. If programming would be, oh yeah. What's up? Welcome to the stream. So make a 1 to 100 number. It's over 50. I make it heads. If it's under, then tails. I don't know if this is what you mean or not. Yep, that's kind of what we're doing here. So let me think about it in the most. Okay, yeah. We'll probably check to see if it's heads at first because I love pizza. But that's not because. Kind of all kinds of pizza too. We'll check for heads first because I know in the future we're going to have upgrades that increase the heads like happening. So you might have 60% heads. So we'll check heads because that's more likely to happen more. So let's do that. Let's first just go coin flip NM. I guess, are we going to have to make another animation here? And then from any state, just make an arrow. W. Yeah, I think we're going to have 2 animations. Thought you learned your lesson with the first. I know. But I think we're somehow making it work. Because now it actually flips the coins. If we go to our middle screen again, it actually flips the coins. So I'm going to move this guy back up to here. You don't really need to look at the animation, but if you hit the flip coins, voila, it actually works. So what should work now, shrimps. Shrimps is good. You guys eat cocktail sauce with your shrimps? Because that's good. Now, if this was heads, we'll be getting heads on the coin, and then we'll be getting money, like 0.01. So we'll have to figure that out, because that's going to be some magic. But if it's tails, we're not going to get money, and it's going to land on tails. I'm so glad that we got this working. That's so nice. So technically, this is probably going to be the tails or something, or it could be the heads. Probably doesn't matter too much. What if I do this? Yes, it does work. It does work. Feels good. But now we got to make the heads or tails generator, or what's a good name for that script? We want to make a script to determine rewards, basically. So I guess we'll create a modern behavior script of coin flip determine. I don't know. Coin flip result, I guess. We'll just make a coin flip result script. And then we'll go over to the right side. So opening it up here. You should make Battleship. I would get destroyed if I tried to make Battleship. Okay, let's open up to the right side and let's start making this fun stuff. Maybe I'll move that over here. Script for generating coin state. That'd be a good name. Good name. Okay, let's first just try to do it in the console and then kind of go from there. What I mean by console, we'll just make like a debug.log. Now I've never made like trying to get a random number, so I don't know how to do that. So how to get a random number generated in C#. System.random. We'll have to import that namespace. You guys know about batch. Batch, I've done a little bit with batch, but it's been a few years. Are you a big batch person? System.random, isn't that? Why would I be getting a error by importing this? Isn't that what it's called? You can use the system.random. Only be applied using namespace. Random is not a type namespace. Consider using static. What? Made everything with batch? You need to use random. Oh, is that like an actual... Maybe we don't need this then? So let's just get rid of all this initially. And then... let's look here. Type generate random number, pretty followed by... you'll have a random number generate. Object random. There we go. All right. Got an eyelash in my eye. Oh, it's giving us that good old... So type generate random number, or you need to create an object. So what would this be? Private. Oh, not private void. Private. What object would that be? Would be a int. I'm not the best with making objects. Then equals new random. Oops. New random. Using Unity engine.random. Okay, that doesn't work. Let's see. So if we want to do this a private void, well, no, we probably don't want to do it on private void start. We want to do it when, I don't know. Determine flip. I guess we'll call it determine flip for now. And we probably would need to make this public, right? Maybe. Result. So we don't want it to be 0. We'd probably just the start to be 1 and the end would be 100. Int result. Then we could do just a debug.log maybe. Or first, let's just make this start so that we can see if it actually works. And we'll do debug result. I mean, I don't want to do that. I just want to do a simple result. Okay, let's go back into Unity here. Middle screen. Moment of truth, right? Now, I don't care about the errors. What I want to see is a number in this console. I don't think we have the script attached to anything, so probably not going to do nothing, right? But what if we just attached this coin flip result? And then we played it. $22. And if we do it again, the dog goes barking in the background. But 17. 17. Okay, so we got that working. Now I just want to do a basic math here. Perfect, that's what I was going to type anyway, so let's keep that. I'm going to debug.log the result. That way we can actually still see it. Okay, jump back in, let it compile. Baby steps here. 0. Now it didn't, if result is, oh, well, what in the world? I'm surprised I didn't catch that. Result equals, let's just do like a debug.log heads. And then we basically want to do the same thing here. Control C and make it, these comments don't really do nothing, so let's delete them. I've always been told, if you make your code good, you don't need comments. So we don't need to. So if it's less than or equal to 50, did we say 50 or 51? That's good enough. It'll be heads, otherwise it's going to be tails. And we're just going to debug.log the result. Let's go back into the middle screen here. Okay, you're in the Unity. You don't need to see the scene. So my camera's kind of in the way, but that's okay. This is C#, and welcome to the stream. Okay, so let's let it compile. I think it's done compiling. Basically, we're trying to make a simple game here to flip a coin. So everything's kind of pretty basic right now. So this would have landed on heads. So what should have, or what we'll have to make in the future is exactly, Solitary has it right. Now, since it's heads, we want to be able to play the heads animation. So I wonder if we can just duplicate, let's move my head. No pun intended, right? So can I just copy this and paste it? Okay. I want to make another animation here. But this is going to be on heads. So we might have to change things up a bit. Actually, we might not have to. We'll just have to change the sprite of the coin. So let's lock this here. Coin game nice, and C# is our enemy. Yeah, it pretty much is. Also, just me not knowing much about Unity yet, especially with the animations, those are kind of difficult. I've never really messed around with this whole animation tree, so I'm learning a lot of stuff there. But by the time we do the next challenge, so feel free if you want to see the next challenge. If you subscribe, then you'll be able to see the next challenge whenever that happens. So feel free to subscribe to see that. But let's change this script or prefab to be the head. Oh, wait. 1 second. Oh, are these not sprites? I thought I made some sprites. Okay, there's the sprites. So now it's a heads. It's kind of small, so let's link these and change it to 2 so we can see it a little bit better. Linux, you already subscribed. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome to the squad. Java, well, I use C# because that's what Unity uses. So I think I'm not really, I don't have an option here. So I have to learn C#. So, I've just basically just updated the sprite of our, what was a triangle. So I just want to make sure it actually works. It should, because all we're doing is changing the sprite. So flip coin, it works. Now, just to test it a little bit more, I don't want to have to mess with anything, but if we change the rotation, okay, fine, we'll get out of game view. Change the rotation to 180. Is it going to be, okay. So there's an H on both sides. How do I get it on just one side? Do you need to make it a 3D asset or something? Because that's going to be difficult to determine if it's heads or tails. Whoever gets the answer to this, Godot is also a good game engine. Yeah. I'd like to learn Godot as well. Make a game in Godot. That would be fun. Whoever gets this question right. How do you make a 2D sprite only show up on one side? Whoever gets it right gets some points. Because as you see, the sprite that we made from Aseprite has H on both sides. But we need it to just be H on one side. Yeah, we just need it to be H on one side. But right now it's both, I guess. I guess that's why it's 2D. Maybe if we import a 3D, can you use 3D stuff? Let's just try it. Maybe what would be a good option here? Spear. I don't know what's going to happen here, but let's copy position spear, and then we'll just copy the position because to me, I found that's just easier, but now I don't know where the, oh, it's probably small. That's why. Oh, it yeeted itself. Why is that the spear? That doesn't make sense. This should be the coin. Okay, I'm just going to delete that. Let's try it again. What if I make a cube? Okay. Oh, a cube. My brain is not working right now. I feel like it's because I made a 2D thing, right? I mean, can you make a 2D sprite with different sides? Or would that be kind of defeating the whole purpose? Because a 2D sprite is just 2 dimensions, so I don't know if you can do that. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Why is my cube? That makes no sense. Oh, because that's using the... But shouldn't we have 2? Because if I move this... Why is it moving both? Weird. Something like microservices. Not my training, but web dev or app dev is something I've done. So you'd probably be pretty good at game development then. Just kind of understanding stuff. You're probably a lot better than me. Yeah, so that is one thing. So I'm just changing the Y here. And so I'm just doing it slowly, and there's an H on both sides. Let me research this real quick. A 2D sprite have different sides. Maybe it'll give me the answer here. All right. Hey, Banana, welcome. You got some points. All right, let's see what the chat says. 300 XP. Yeah, I made the point system because I guess I don't know why YouTube does this, but it just removes all your XP after you get done. $151. Dang, getting rich with those points. Guess that could always be a good challenge for next time as well. Because we will go live tomorrow sometime as well. So one option, I guess, one I found is use 2 different sprites, heads or tails, and we have both those sprites already. Title. Import 2 sprites into Unity, which we've done. Assign them to your coin object. Yeah, but that's gonna look weird though if you just if you just instantly change it to heads or tails. One sprite, different textures on flip. If you want to look at a coin physically rotating, you can animate the coin with 2D rotation. Ooh, that's gonna be a lot of processing though. So what's weird is why... Wait, I'm gonna go to the scene. And let's just go here. Right click. Oh, what? Why does it look weird? Okay, I'm just gonna make a 3D object. And we're gonna make a cylinder. Why do we want to make a spear though? Gonna go make an alt. Okay, so we got our spear. Now it doesn't look weird. Oh. Darn it. Let's make it again. So 3D spear. Okay, hit F on it so we can go into it. Now the thing about a spear, I'd have to make a 3D model of a coin. And then I would have to change the sprite of that to reference that, right? What if I just do a square? Maybe that'll be easy. A cube. Oh, but I can't look at... Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Okay, I'm going to go to my sprites. Can I just assign one sprite to one side? I don't think so. Why is it moving that? Oh, it's because it's locked. That's why. Okay, can I add... Oh, that's not what I want. So this is the sprite. Am I going to have to load up Blender? And then just import a Blender object in here? That'd be a circle though. I guess I could load up Blender. Let's do it. Or maybe I'll save that for next time. We can model a 3D coin to test it out. So I don't know if you can do it for 2D sprites. So I'll save that for next time. But I think that's where I might have to leave it for today. I'll go you're back. Hey, it actually worked. You're getting points. I'll give you some points just because you should have had a lot more. Yeah, you should have had a lot more. So maybe I'll do shoot, I don't know what command that was. And I have XP. Let's go. That's so weird. I'm not sure why. But I will be back tomorrow. We will be doing some more stuff. Maybe we'll make like a 3D model so we can actually see if something's heads or tails. Because I guess one thing I learned, and I guess I'm going to add that to the list, 2D sprites show the sprite on both sides. So maybe when I make an animation, I can use a 2D sprite, but I have to like do the art to change the H to a T maybe, I guess. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. Maybe just adding this to the learn list. Models, great. All right. Stay on my alt. Now you got an alt account. So, all right. Today, let me make sure we're on the right stream before I get started. Okay. I'll move this a little bit. I'll keep it there actually. Today, we actually fixed the flip coins. So now, whenever if it loads, come on now. Unless I crashed Unity. Unity doesn't want me to stop the stream. Now it's stuck. I know. But we did the hard work of getting this animation working. So now every time we flip coins, we're flipping this. Now we just need to make it so that we have two sides, heads and tails. And then eventually, I guess we're doing the math to where if it's under 50, it's going to be heads. And if it's over 50, we're going to do tails. And then this is pretty much going to play first so that if you have it being heads, you're going to play the heads animation. Otherwise, you're going to have the tails animation. And then, yeah, I guess if it's heads, we're also going to be adding some money. So I do appreciate everyone coming in. Unfortunately, that is all the time I have. So I got to be somewhere at 4. So I guess we'll wrap it up at 3 hours. So thank you all for tuning in. Until tomorrow, I think maybe we'll try and stream around the same time. We'll see. Maybe in the mid-afternoon. But thanks for all tuning in. I will say that let me go over to the right screen here real quick while I get something ready. Okay. This will be the last thing I show before I end the stream. All right. Don't mind this. I guess I'll just turn it off. Okay. I just made this video and his dog. Yeah, dog is going. But yeah. Feel free to, if you have some time today, I made this video making the top 10 Unity games. So feel free to check that out. But until then, I will catch you guys later. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time. I need to make another transition screen because it's going to say stream starting. It's not starting. We just made it. So yeah, until then, I will see you guys next time.